Hey everybody, happy Sunday. So, I'm calling this a spiritual clapback because I had a smart aleck comment yesterday from someone who, I guess, excuse me for being a little bitter, but they appear to be more wiser, more in tune, more highly amplified than us individuals. And his comment was basic. I talk about my spiritual hiccups, my Jesus hiccups, or it's a combination of my thymus gland, which is the higher heart chakra, and acid reflux. And it's fascinating how I posted this yesterday. Anyone have any resolutions for acid reflux? Because I was at a high level of acid reflux Saturday night. A lot of people had this comment of really talking at me and really talking about my diet and how I'm like, you guys, I post my diet almost essentially once or a few times a week on social media. People know I eat healthy and I indulge when I want to, but acid reflux has really nothing much to do with food as it is compared to oxygenation of the body and CO2 emissions and frequencies and energy that is going to and from your body from all the gamma plasma, all the rays and the sonic waves, the infrared, you see all that stuff and you know, the infrareds and the Apple TVs, where's another example? The Wi-Fi. So to my friend whose comment was, you're in 3D. Oh yes, you're in 3D, and I can help you with cosmic surgery, but it's only temporary. I'm like, if you're a true healer, you can blast that thing out of here. I've had experiences where people had an issue, and I said, I got you," and boom, gone. Anyways, it's just when my own things are my own things. I try to be human about my own things. I don't believe in using, the things that are beyond, or using the healing that is for others for myself, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I wanted to explain this really quickly. Let's just have a stick figure. So the person said I was in 3D. Excuse me. When the ground we are on is here, above and this is all like, I've channeled and got this years ago. Anytime that the chakras are activated, or let's say you do prayer or you astral project, whatever it is, or as they say, open the third eye. But the third eye, people get this wrong. Third eye is only about experiencing the third dense consciousness. Whereas when you're subconscious, you're on the other, excuse the volume in the background, the trumpets. So you're in the fourth when you're up here. So these two densities actually have nothing to do with the physical body. So saying that you're in 3D, oh, you have acid reflux, that's a 3D thing. That's more of a discrimination towards the person. It has nothing to do with your spiritual essence, your spark within. You're going now to a higher density, which is the light of the sun, which is the 5D. The light of the sun is emitted from a prism. You guys probably seen, what is that? I forget the name of the group, but it's like the triangle with the rainbow through it. So you have source. I'm sorry. I'm running out of space. So I'm just going to keep doing this so you guys can understand. There's no 10, remember that, because there's no 0 in... 0 is a common root of itself. It cancels itself out. So you have 11, 12. And I'm glad that I'm revisiting this, because anytime that you say you channel source, Because remember, we have this dualistic symbol, the duality, masculine and feminine. That would tell me this is source. 8D is source because that is infinite. It is the infinite access. There go the crows. The crow apocalypse. 7D is light. 60 would be the transmission from light into the lower densities. So, like, let's say, for example, 7D would be the light bulb. Okay. 6D would be the fixture that has the electricity going to the 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 bowl up there. And the bowl would be 5D, right? Then the light shining on my five head. I do have a five head. The light shining here would be 5D. Me being able to see would be 4D. And then being able to see what I'm doing, what I'm touching, that would be 3D. The lower densities don't matter, 2 and 1, if that makes any sense. So this is all what comes from divine source, is what I say, divine source. So now we're going to the higher realms, where this is the clairvoyant. This is where, let's say you have higher frequency beings that are translucent between these two realms, 12 and 11. We already know 11's a gateway. So this is the time travel entity, the time travel source, let's just say. Okay. The bodies are the sources from these upper realms communicating through these densities. And the clairvoyants are the ones that are the messengers that are part of source. I don't know if this is making any sense to you guys, but when we do these little channeled messages, is what we call it, that's where they're coming from, is up here. So anytime that, like, someone of any walk of life says that I had a vision, I prayed, or I'm sensing something, or I'm psychic, or da da da, it all comes from here. And then it passes through. There's so many layers and so many densities it has to transmute in order to get to your understanding. But you have to see it through your third eye. You have to see it that it's already here. So just the place of being is enough. There's no level of greatness and this whole competition of who has the stronger energy than others. Because as long as you know how to go into the clairvoyance to access the gateways in order to have a divine experience within your divine self, this is where the higher self will be at. And a lot of people say, my higher self. There's only one higher self. Just say there's a whole piece of pizza, right? And there are slices of that pizza. Each of us is a piece of the higher self. So 12D, this is the Holy of Holies. This is the kingdom of heaven, and whatnot. That's the Holy Spirit, the Trinity. That's where everything originates from, passing down through a gateway. Then the messengers are carrying it through the gateways into source, and then we are going to source to collect that information. I hope this makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna let that saturate. I want to go more into this stuff for the remaining of this week so people can understand frequencies and how amplifying your energy just from your pure heart is the key and the access through the light, through source, in order to receive that divine message from spirit. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.